all of you, Sakina here from English Destination. Hope all of you are doing well. Let's get going with the video. Before starting with today's topic, I want to brief the other things that I tell in every video of mine. My videos should not be only for listening. I want you to practice speaking with the help of my video. In my video, I'll tell you some tips and tricks around making your communication better. I want you to follow those tips and tricks and practice whatever I give in that particular video. Now, coming to my video's topic today, which is pronunciation. A very big challenge that a lot of people face. Coming to me, they tell me, number one, I do not get the pronunciation of certain words right. And number two, a bigger irony. I know the pronunciation, but when I'm speaking in front of other people, it goes wrong unconsciously. And that is what makes me feel embarrassed. Making a mistake becomes even more bigger, becomes even more impactful when you realize at that very moment that it's a mistake. Well, the answers and solutions to making your pronunciation right, please do not go into any logics. English pronunciations have no logics. That is what I'm going to tell you in the first part of the video. Any vowel can sound in any way without any if and but. We have to follow it. And number two, you cannot be working on your pronunciation separately. Of course, practicing is a thing that you can do, but it will happen over the time. So it has to be a constant practice. You cannot learn pronunciation and understand that now I know this pronunciation, I'm going to go somewhere and speak correctly. It has to come with practice. Now, the first mistake that people make, let's talk about that. It's pronunciation and pronounce. Not pronunciation, not pronounce. So pronunciation, none, and pronounce, noun. So there are the same words, they are related words, but they are sounding different. So that itself shows that pronunciation in English is complicated. Now let's get to the other logic, how we know that pronunciation is a little complicated in English. With that, you will understand that yes, if I am making some pronunciation mistakes here and there, it's genuine, it's logical, because it's so complicated. We have learnt in our childhood 5 types of vowels. Sounds come through those vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Now, A sounds A. E sounds E. I sounds E. O sounds O. U sounds A. This is what we learned in phonics when we were kids. Now, is it that simple? It's not. Let me show you some fun video, some fun details of how it's not the same. When you're taking the words with the letter A, the alphabet A, how it is placed in different words and it sounds different in all these words. Let's find out. Car, A sounding A. Bake, A sounding A. Ball, A sounding O. Ago, A sounding A. Act, A sounding A. All 5 words, A sounding differently. So even the vowels, when they are put in between words or they are used to pronounce words, they don't sound all the same. So don't worry, don't confuse yourself, and don't feel guilty about not getting the pronunciations right. Not a problem. So today we are going to practice some pronunciation. Like I have noticed this with even the advanced learners, like I said, that they get a little confused. They don't even know that they're making a mistake over here, but it does sound wrong. So let's focus on some of such mistakes that I have heard myself from my students. Very common mistake, rich and reach. Rich is to have money, to have wealth, a person who's wealthy, and reach is to reach somewhere, reach a destination. Amir and pahunchna, 2 different things. The same thing comes with live and leave. I don't live in Lucknow, I live in Lucknow. I leave my home at 7 a.m. in the morning. Got the difference? Next mistake or next confusion that people have is where and were. Where are you? The question mark wala where. Were. They were studying. Were is the form of was, the plural form of was. Where and were. Similarly, a lot of people get confused between the two words there and there. They know the spellings are different, they know the usage is different. Somehow they've learned it. A very few people know that the pronunciation is also different. There. He is standing there. That is there. There. You see the difference? There, there. There is, it is their house. This is their house. Okay? So there and there also can sound different like where and were. A very common mistake which I see a lot of good speaking people around me doing. It is not our. O-U-R is pronounced R. It sounds R. This is our house, not our house. So I hope you get a little learning from all these common mistakes. See, I'm not even brought up any difficult words that, pronounce this one, pronounce that one. These are the daily usage words that a lot of people make mistake in. So I hope you get a learning from it, and I hope you will be correcting yourself over the period of time in all these words. Now, we'll be doing an exercise now. Like I told you, I have a paragraph which I've written myself in which I have used all these words somehow. Other than that, I have also used W and V words. Why? Because I see a lot of people making mistake in that pronunciation as well. Was, were, what. Your mouth should be round with W words. Was, van, violin. Your mouth should be flat, open, wide when you are pronouncing words starting with V. That is the difference between W and V. Was, was. So we are going to include some W and V words also in this paragraph that we are going to read aloud. I will read this paragraph first with the correct pronunciations. Afterwards, I would want you to pause or take the paragraph from the description and practice it for yourself the way I gave it to you. Okay, so here goes the paragraph. We live in the city. Our ancestral house was a few miles away from where we lived. One day, we decided to visit the place. We were supposed to leave early in the morning to reach there in 2 hours. The road journey was pleasant. It was a cloudy day. The road was covered with rich lands on both sides. People were leaving their homes for their daily jobs. So this is a small paragraph. Do practice it. Practice it again and again. Focus on the words that I just taught you about, the correct pronunciation. Make sure that after this video, with a lot of practice, at least you're not making the same mistakes again. Other than that, we will bring complicated words to help you with more pronunciation logics, more pronunciation tips and tricks. But for now, this basic pronunciation has to go right with this video. See you in the next video. Again, if you have a topic that you want me to focus on, please put it down in the comments. I will love to help you in that area. Till then, bye bye all of you. Take care.